Hello, Red here, and bring you episode 31 of Byzantine Empire campaign. It's year 1141, and now we're at war with 5 people at the same exact time. Last episode, I set up all the troops to originally go and pretty much regroup at Constantinople. We all bring everyone at the forefront. Because this is going to be a war that's going to be massive, it's going to be with everyone. Fortunately, the war with Cumania will have to be stalled since they've already been beaten up by Kiev. So, unless we really want to sit on a few provinces we don't want to, they'll pretty much be taken care of last. As for the main priority, we are war with Capua, Duke-wise of Salerno, Knights Templar, and the Templar Revolt, which I want to take care of very quickly, trying to knock out the Knights Templar troops. And we're still going for Cumania, of course. Do note I'm still a tiny bit sick. I still have the cold, but hopefully it won't be too much of a issue when I go and take over my rightful, beautiful land. Anyway, let's begin, shall we? So we do have roughly 5,800 troops. It probably wouldn't be the worst idea if we started to go and start moving the troops. We have about 8,000 troops. I think the most appropriate thing to do is while these troops are all grouping, we need to knock out the Knights Templar over here, so then we can easily crush the revolt. And we do have a defensive pact coming. Why is that? Simply because. We have 2,000 more troops, we'll send them on our way. I think that what we're going to try and do is assault this as quickly as we can. I know it's not the most ideal thing, but if we're trying to knock out these guys from the wall, it's going to be a lot better for us to pretty much get this out. We do have another possibility we can do. We are losing quite a bit of money on levy and retinue, but we do have 7,000 gold, which makes you think, even though they'll be a tiny bit costly, we are going to raise up the Venerian Guard, because they only cost 5 ducats a month, and it's about 3,000 troops, nearly for free, so there we go. 18,000 troops will march over here and easily slam down revolt, give us a nice 2 provinces. Unfortunately, there's no naval combat at all in this game, so we'll simply have to imagine the boats fighting over and over again. So lately I've become afraid that someone might want to hurt me. I am thinking about hiring, 2 foot tasters and maybe a bodyguard would be a good idea. So, can I become trusting or paranoid? So, downside has become gain more diplomacy and we'll gain more intrigue. And being paranoid makes us a high chance of we not dying. So since, even though our intrigue is pretty pitiful, I think we'll probably just take trusting. You know what's going to happen. So it's clear that although the people are friendly and want my best, I've gained the trusting trait. It's not most ideal, but we're going to take it. Our average morale is rising up very slowly, but with our overamount, pretty much we overbear the troops. We outnumber them 6-1. 9-2 morale, we got this. And you, of course, you send a nice 9 ducats, a 9 piece of gold. Man, you really do love to spend a ton on your liege. Unfortunately, a little more idea for you to pick up over here. So the Italians only managed to raise about 4,000 troops. So the most ideal thing that we can do is send the 7,000 and what we can round up from here. We could probably just sell them across to even be a bit faster and we should go smack that army down. Local army would simply be fighting over here. See, look at that. Instantly crushed. And since the amount of troops they have here is pretty pitiful, and having 6 attrition, we're simply just going to siege this down. Because we're going to lose a lot of troops very fast. going to be extremely costly, but as soon as we can get this over, it'll be a lot for better. And one day, here we go, here's assault. And then we instantly force demands. Okay, and that's my land. So what we're going to do is split the troops. Since the Knights Templar only now have 3 provinces, we can simply take these 2 troops, 7,000 apiece, and simply go crush them. Sending out a better unit to here, and then over here. And we'll start sieging that down. As for you lot, we have 600 boats over here, extra 1,000 over here, and we'll simply go and crush the Italians. The war over here doesn't seem to be improving that much. Currently the war is at, let's see, ooh, there's a bunch of conquests. We do have the conquest for Sarkel. Then no one else wants it, so it should be fine. Kiev, 61% in favor of the careless, so it's you. Yeah. So the war's gonna go pretty quickly. And we also are over the domain limit. That probably just means that we need to create a new vassal. And, to top it off, we need to give out a piece of land. So we have all these lands. The most distant one is pretty much that one? No. That's odd. It's not owned by me. I don't think. Oh, it is owned by me. So we'll create a new vassal. And hopefully you... yeah, you go directly to me, so I need to get Bishop Typhron transferred over to you. There we go. Nice, also a 10 penny boost. So we have 9,000, 10,000 troops. They're ready. Of course we can hold a lot more than that. About 61,000 troops. More than we ever need. No less, let's send them across. And for some apparent reason, we are holding it down. It's owned by someone else. Apparently, oh, that's odd. So I own, yeah, I occupied these lands because these 2 people did not revolt. So you'll just be under him, even though you're under me. Feudal politics. I probably imagine these guys are gonna sack Constantinople. No, you won't. And we lost the siege. There with our 11,000 men. Took care of that very easily. And we are losing quite a bit of money. It's not because of boats, I don't think. Let's check, because these aren't my boats, are they? These are my boats. Well, 82 boats. So let me take that off. I'll help a tiny bit, but yeah, we're spending a ton of money just on pretty much just people. So simply get the best troops, or best commanders for all troops that our country can bring. And my courtier Gerald de Warren has embraced a dangerous heresy, no doubt influenced by local preachers. And with my 8 learning skill, I can engage him in theological debate. And you know, since the war is very close to being over, we just sit on this province and assault it. My dear liege, your penetrating gaze can even part the thickest ideological fog. I am utterly convinced by your learned arguments. Rest assured that I'll never stray again. Very good. Simply assault that, and we get the province. 2 provinces for us. Huzzah. And these are now under me. Very good. Now we do have this new province, so simply look for a man who's in our realm, who's not in prison, any marriage, definitely not a ruler. My culture, my religion is an adult and not from a great house, so I'll get any of my kinsmen. And you look wonderful to get the province of Samra. There, have it. It's all his. And I'm not with the force limit, the domain size limit. So we have a number of 2 options. Simply go and we pretty much go and take care of this now. So go send the boats over. We'll simply assault down these holdings if we can, and get rid of these 2 walls very quickly. You're becoming slightly threatening, but 12% isn't really much to deal with. I've been spending more time with my wife, even though it doesn't really improve relations that much. Yeah, the love penalty can't stack above 15. But never mind, it can. I was wrong. There you have it, 90%. You absolutely love me so much. So we get these guys up here. And we'll go over here. And we beat back the Italians, so the Count of Capua is now a Grand prisoner, so even better. Go, and now we take that province. Unfortunately, he is now under me and I can't replace him. Well, we can probably give him some money later on if you want to flip his religion. But we're taking over Foggia, so simply go over here and pretty much assault that holding. It does have 1,700 men. But odds are pretty good that we can go and assault this. So we just might, even though it's a bit risky. Here's a 500 whole men. And we'll wait a few months and we'll go attack his army. But we don't want to assault this just in case if he tries. Well, he's not going to do that. To assault it. It's going to be a bit costly. It's going to be extremely costly. Ah, well, less men equals less money I have to spend. Right? Right. They did lose a fair amount of troops. But now we can go and send our armies to go attack him. And fighting his pitiful amount of troops will definitely just offset this. Go, his entire army crushed, and now we can go just sit on his province. And defensive pacts have been disbanded. So Community has managed to raise about 1,500 troops, though with our army size, even we can buy pretty much 3 walls. It's not really much of a chance of getting stand. I know I said earlier that we probably wouldn't assault, but 10 to 1 odds, definitely something we can just assault. Though we can't now. So, yeah, probably still besieging the bishopric. That's right? I don't know why a bishopric has so much defense. It's pretty upgraded, so. And have some more people coming over to Prussia. Which is my land, actually, yeah. So good work. I'm gonna flip you over to my recently new province of Nikaya, or something like that. So there we have it. 10.2 every 12 days. So there we go. Siege that down. Of course, it's going to be a bit harder with this last siege. Though Kumania is not doing so hot. Makes me a bit worried if I can even be able to siege down the provinces I need. The only time can really tell. I started this war in 141. It's been going on pretty fast. There we have it. His father died, or her father died. So it goes over to the daughter, even though it's a shame we couldn't get this war done. So when he died, instantly just have a claim or a treaty we can press on her. Oh, treaty broken because he died. And yeah, this war is running pretty smoothly. A lot of our vessel levies are getting replenished, so I don't worry too much about that. If we have to disband and raise. And we're not spending that much money anymore. We're actually making money from this war. It's very good. Even though we don't really have much to spend this money on. There we go, it's almost done. Got the capital siege down. And with that, we should be almost ready for getting this war over. Bring our boats over here so they can be ready to group everyone and send them over to Comenia once this war's over. Unfortunately, these people don't like to surrender that easily, so we'll just have to do what we can and siege them down. And since we do have this land right next to Rome, it wouldn't be a bad idea to fabricate a claim on Rome, even though it is a 20% chance. Oh, but it'd be so good. Okay, you don't actually have a claim. Oh, we do have a Casus Belli claim on you. This is probably for someone else, though. I'll check up on that later, but for now, even though the likelihood of having a claim pressed on Rome is unlikely, we'll just simply see if we can get a nice claimation on Rome. It was part of the Western Roman Empire, so it is technically part of us, since we are the remnants of the Roman Empire. Let's see, and unfortunately, both these provinces have way too many men to assault. So we have to wait for her to surrender or us to press out 100. And Comenia is ready for the war. We do have dangerous factions. Low crown authority. So we'll just simply do pretty expensive, but we'll do the bribing game. It's about 200 ducats, but certainly gets people out of factions. And even if they do rebel, we can always just simply hire mercenaries. We have 7,000 gold for a reason. And with that, I think I need a car pod here, so I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.